Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Alex here at Horizon Hobby, one of the marketing managers here for the fixed wing side of things. And I'm here with Jason Merkel, Senior Brand Manager for E-flite. And today we're going to talk to you about a couple things that we have here today. First of all, we announced yesterday a new product, right? It's the new UMX Gee Bee. So let's talk a little bit about it. I understand a few years ago we had one.
We did, yeah.
But now we bring it back with something different, a couple of differences.
Yeah, we brought it back because it honestly was one of the few airplanes that we've discontinued and people have asked about, clamored about. You go into classified listings online and you see people begging people to sell the ones they might have brand new in the box and things like that. And so we brought it back now. This is the UMX Gee Bee from E-flite. It is exactly the same model that it was before, but what we've done different now is we went ahead and added a higher kV motor. Okay. So it had a 3,000 kV motor. Now we have a 3,600 kV motor. Same prop. Okay. Pretty much everything's the same. I believe we did change the electronics because the old one could overcurrent, had an overcurrent protection. So we've changed that now. And basically you've got more thrust, more speed. So more power overall. So it's a little bit faster, got a little more vertical. It already had plenty of power before, but now it has even more power, even more speed. And then we also added safe. Okay. So this was one of the very first models that we had with AS3X, and AS3X was amazing because it took an airplane, this short coupled, and because of its kind of nature of the design, it was a bit of a squirrely airplane to fly. By adding AS3X, we smoothed it out. The nice thing with AS3X is you could also then fly an ultra micro in the wind and enjoy it. And so I think a lot of guys really appreciated that experience and always wanted a Gee Bee, but really couldn't fly it comfortably before. And now with AS3X, we did that. But with the addition of safe, now if you're even probably I'd say a lower time pilot, let's say you've only flown a trainer airplane and maybe a low wing airplane, you can easily fly this. Turn safe on, almost anybody can fly it successfully, take off and land. And I know some guys have mentioned that they love the way the airplane flies, but they struggled a little bit on landing because the landing gear is kind of narrow. But that's the nice thing. You turn safe on, it'll keep it locked in and level for you. So with safe activated, you've got bank angle limits, pitch angle limits, and then also when you let go of the stick, it levels. And so the nice thing is on a landing, even as an experienced pilot, I've been flying a long time, sometimes I turn safe on for landing. It just makes my life easier. I don't have to really do anything other than manage the descent rate and then flare at the bottom, and boom, it keeps the wings level. And it's nice because if it's windy in particular, I'm able to make it look, well, it makes me look better than I am as far as
just to make sure, so safe doesn't fly the airplane for you.
It does and it doesn't. So with safe activated, you have those limitations which keeps you from getting upside down and going into the ground. But then also when you let go of the stick, it does basically keep it level. So it is kind of sort of flying it for you. I'd say the big thing is that some people believe AS3X is flying the airplane for you. That's not true. AS3X is just gyros active for basically smoothing things out. So when you move the stick with AS3X on, basically your stick command overrides the gyros and it does whatever you're telling it to do. As soon as you let go of the stick, then the gyros kick in to basically lock in and keep that kind of heading that it's on. So if you're flying in the wind, instead of the plane bouncing around like this the whole time, the gyros just smooth that out. Now it's going to bounce around a little bit inherently still, but with AS3X active, you basically have the feeling of flying a much bigger, heavier airplane in windy conditions in particular. So AS3X is awesome. The addition of safe is fantastic. We now have, of course, the higher kV motor. And the other good thing is that the price is lower than it was. Originally back in the day, I think it was $160 when we sold it before. We brought the price down. Now it's $129.99, so $130 US. Buy and fly basic.
So I remember the previous one was full bind and fly. So the battery was
so it came with the battery and charger, but now ultra micros have been out there. This category of airplanes is very popular. Most guys already have a battery and a charger for it. So basically, you can use the 2-cell 200 all the way up to a 280 battery. I recommend the 280 because with a higher kV motor and flying maybe at full throttle most of the time, you'll still want to get decent flight time. So I'd use.
So how much time do you think? 5-6 minutes maybe?
If you flew wide open, probably only 4 minutes or so. But I think the way most people fly, it's a solid 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes. That's good. So I see a lot of other details in the aircraft, like I see the flying wires and the cockpit. So that's kind of
so for those that haven't seen it before, I think there's a lot of guys that already know it and know all the detail that it has. It's got the flying wires. It's got the simulated ribbing, which is fantastic. We actually have panel lines and rivets. We've got the pilot figure in there, a little bit of a dash in there. So it's just a really neat scale example. In fact, it's so nice looking that a lot of guys I think buy it and just stick it on on display in their office or something like that. And plus you can fly it. It's just a really good looking airplane though, and it's a really good flying airplane. I can't stress that enough. When I first saw the videos for it, I was like, all right, David Payne's flying it, making it look really good. But then when I got it, I was blown away by how well it flew. I took it out to the field and all the other guys were like, holy cow, that thing's amazing. And so it's a good flying airplane that's we've made even better. And so, by the way, on the video, so we don't have a new video up for it. Unfortunately, we've been fighting some weather and things like like that. So hopefully by the time this is shipping, which should be in June, we have a new product video up. In the meantime, you can look at the old product video that's been out there, and you'll see primarily the focus is on the AS3X aspect of the airplane, but all the flying that you see in there, it basically flies exactly the same as that, but now it does have a little bit more speed and a little bit more thrust.
Awesome. So some of the UMX aircraft that we have now, you can fly indoors?
Yes.
Now, this being a racer, I assume that space got to be bigger than
Yeah,
regular,
it needs to be bigger.
some of the
We
other
went and
ones,
flew it in an airplane hangar, and it was nice. I would say if you're going to fly it indoors, I would not want to fly it in a much smaller area than, say, 2 basketball courts.
Okay.
If you have 1 basketball court to fly on, you'll be doing a lot of turning, and so it's not as fun to fly. So I'd say 2 basketball courts sized indoor space would be adequate.
And when it's going to be available?
So this will be available in June.
June. Awesome. We're looking forward to it. I don't see any questions so far on this airplane, but let's move to the next one.
Yeah, so we announced this a couple weeks ago, and so these are both kind of like a blast from the past. We're bringing them back. So this was the original ParkZone T-28, and a ton of guys, I think this was their first low-wing airplane. Some guys it was their first electric airplane. It's been a very, very popular model for us. It's a phenomenal flying airplane. So originally it was a ParkZone airplane. Then we kind of were letting ParkZone go away, and we brought it back as an E-flite airplane. But now we've decided to bring ParkZone back, and we put it back into ParkZone. And what we did is we didn't change anything overall on the airframe other than we now have added in the Buy and Fly Basic version, it has AS3X and Safe Select. Awesome. It was already a smooth flying airplane, but holy cow, with AS3X, it's even smoother than it was before. And then with the addition of Safe, if you've never flown a low-wing airplane or a Warbird or anything like that, if you've flown just any trainer, you can successfully fly this airplane, especially with Safe active. Then you can turn Safe off, and it's still a phenomenal flying airplane. It's optional, of course, yep. So I think this is an airplane that everybody should have. It flies good. It's easy to transport. It's a very simple, no-frills airplane. Some guys were saying, oh, it doesn't even have retracts. It doesn't have this. No, that's intentional. ParkZone, we want it to be very simple. No hassles, just fly. Just what ParkZone originally was built around. We want to bring that back, and this is a perfect airplane to do that with. So it's just 4 channels. There's no flaps. There's no lights. There's no retracts. If you want that, we have the E-flite T-28, which is a phenomenal flying airplane, and that's available with all those features, but it's also $100 more. So that's a $279 airplane. This one's actually, I believe, $169.99 in the Buy and Fly Basic version. And it's just a phenomenal value. Great flying airplane. Goes together very quickly. And one of the nice things about it is the durability. And then also the simplicity makes it something that you don't really have to maintain. You're not having to check, oh, are my retracts tight? Or, is the motor mount okay? As long as you don't crash it, this thing will just keep flying.
Put it back in your car and go.
Yep, put it in your car and go.
So I saw you were flying on the video, and I saw the landing gear. Can you remove the landing gear?
You can. You can take the landing gear off and then hand launch it. It's maybe not the best suited for landing on the belly on like a rough surface. You'd still want to land on grass. But yeah, you can definitely hand launch it and land it easily. And I got to say, I cheated on this one too a little bit. And in the video, I did not use Safe, but I've been cheating and using Safe with landings, and it makes it so easy to land. It's unbelievable. It's already a great flying airplane, made even better. And the nice thing is, with better batteries now that we have than we had, I think, when this originally came out 7-8 years ago, like a good 2200 3-cell 30C battery, the thing has almost unlimited verticals, or nearly unlimited verticals. So it's got great performance right out of the box. It's just really enjoyable to fly, and it's a great value. And this will be available in May-June timeframe.
Now, I notice it's not really, we don't market as a trainer.
No.
But if you have a buddy that flies, can you this be your first aircraft?
It could be a first aircraft. I would not do it on your own. I would recommend still using Safe, but I'd probably have somebody there with you to either grab the box, or they can do the wireless buddy box, or do a trainer cord. But you could learn to fly on this, and I do know guys that actually learned to fly on this airplane. It was their very first airplane years ago without Safe. They usually did the buddy box thing, and then some of them that tried it on their own, they did crash it a fair bit. But I'd still probably recommend some of our, obviously, Hobby Zone models. So that's kind of the idea here is we've got Hobby Zone as your teach yourself to fly airplane, and then when you're ready to move to your second airplane, you go to a ParkZone airplane. We've got this, we've got the Wildcat, the Crescendo Advanced, which is selling very well. People are really loving that airplane, and so ParkZone is like your step 2. And then E-flite would be your step 3.
And the E-flite have all the features like flaps and retracts.
Very scale finishes, very scale details, all the kind of leading edge technologies, LED lights, things like that. So we have that kind of progression. Hobby Zone, teach yourself to fly. ParkZone is your second step, and then E-flite is the more advancing electric flight models.
All right, so before we move on, Kyle, do we have any questions on YouTube?
Pretty much all about the Gee Bee.
Okay.
One guy wanted to know, can you remove that pilot, put an FPV camera in there?
So the question was, can you remove the pilot and put an FPV camera on?
Yeah, I'd say you could. So the canopy is glued on.
Okay.
You'd have to very carefully remove that. But I think there's enough room in there. It'd be no problem, man. I think it could be done for sure. You got to be careful because that is far, far back from the CG. So you'd either have to offset it with a heavier battery or moving the battery forward or maybe adding some weight in the nose.
Awesome.
Yeah, something you got to watch out for there. Yeah.
All right. So a couple of the things that either started today or about to finish. There's some TMRs or sales that we just started, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so a lot of guys might recognize this. This is the ever-popular E-flite convergence. This is one of the guys here in the office. He put the fins on the opposite direction that we show, but actually, from what I understand, it looks cool, and it actually works just fine. So that's an option. But this has been out for a little while now, and it's a phenomenal flying VTOL aircraft. And so for many years, people saw VTOL aircraft that were either very odd-looking or didn't fly very well. This is kind of the first, in my opinion, cool-looking VTOL that flies phenomenal. So it has the automatic transition. It's got the stability mode and the agility mode. So it's got the self-leveling either in multi-rotor or in airplane mode. And then when you do the transition, it's automated. And it's simple. It's as simple as it gets. And again, it looks really, really cool. So this is the Buy and Fly basic version, which is regular $249.99. It's on sale starting today, runs through the end of the month. It's $50 off, so it's $199. It's the first time it's ever been on sale. It's a phenomenal value. So we do also have the plug-and-play version. Plug-and-play version is $20 cheaper. It's $179.99. So both of those are available starting today on sale. We've got the April shower of savings. So this is on sale. We also then have the CZ Cessna, the Carbon Z Cessna 150. The plug-and-play version, not the Buy and Fly version. The plug-and-play version is $50 off starting today. So that's also a really good deal. $329.99, $330. Again, that starts today and runs through the end of the month. So that's on sale as well. And then we also have the ParkZone T-28, the little yellow ultra micro T-28, the RTF version, $99. So if you need a gift for somebody that is learning how to fly, that's a phenomenal plane to start with, $99. And it's got safe, it's got AS3X, it's a phenomenal flying ultra-micro airplane. So all those are available now. And again, the sale is, while supplies last or through the end of the month. So if we sell out, which is possible, we do sell out of some of these sale items, you're going to miss the opportunity to get it at that sale price. So make sure if you want one, get it now. So these sale prices are available on horizonhobby.com and also available at participating retailers as well. So then the last thing I wanted to talk about is Foam Frenzy. So we've got the Foam Frenzy sale, which started the first of this month, and it also runs through the end of the month. So Foam Frenzy is basically most of the E-flite, Buy and Fly basic aircraft are on sale. Either $15 off on Ultra Micros, $30 off on Park Flyers, or $50 off on the Buy and Fly version of the Carbon Z Cessna, which we did sell out of here, but there's still some stores out there that will have that. These coupons, or there's a coupon code that you can use on our website, horizonhobby.com, or you take the coupon into the store. You can go to our website, download that, you take it in, and they'll give that to you again at the store. So we got a ton of airplanes on sale. We got the Aero Commander, UMX Aero Commander is a great value. The AT6, I think this is the first time the AT6 has been on sale. The ever popular Timber is $30 off. That's a smoking deal on that. The Cirrus, which is a great flying airplane.
Pretty much there's something for anybody.
There's a little bit of something for everything. I think there's like 30 some odd airplanes on sale. Yeah, it's a really good deal. So check that out. Again, only available either while supplies last or through the end of the month.
Awesome. One last thing that I want to just mention real quick. Next week we're going to be at CEF Week. We're going to have Craig Reading and Dan Landis are going to go. So we're going to have a bunch of airplanes, including the Gee Bee and the T-28, and a bunch of jets, everything. Yeah. So make sure if you're in the area, you stop by.
Stop by CEF. CEF is a phenomenal event. Awesome that's a great place to fly. Everyone's real nice down there. It's a great. I miss going down there. I actually can't go down there because I have really bad allergies. And if some guys might remember, I would be down there. My eyes are all puffy and red, and it was an unfortunate thing for me. But yeah, if you guys are in the area, be sure to check it out. You're going to see all of our newest products. We may have something new. Maybe something new for the show. Maybe. We'll see.
All right. I don't see any other questions, so I think that will close.
We got a question.
Wanted to explain the difference between the E-flite version of the T-28 and the ParkZone.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. So the airplane is exactly the same. Motor, ESC, everything is the same. The only difference is the E-flite version came with the Spectrum 610 receiver, if I recall correctly. So that Buy and Fly basic version did not have AS3X, did not have SAFE. It was also $199, so it was more expensive, and it did not have the 636 receiver, which is the
Well, I think that's all we got for today. Thanks for watching, and happy landings.
Thank you.
Thank you.